Hey everyone, Stefan here. One question I frequently get is what my backstage routine is when I'm warming up just before a concert. And I'm always trying new things to sort of optimize how I feel when I walk out on stage. I'm someone who does get nervous before performing, and I've sort of stopped trying to fight that. I try to think of nervousness as not a bad thing. I think of it as just a sign that I care about what I'm doing and that I hope I do a good job. So I've kind of embraced nervousness, but I try to find a way that puts me in a joyful, kind of happy mindset before I walk out on stage. So the truth of the matter is, for me, any sort of practicing that I do right before the concert doesn't really help. It's too soon before. It might sort of like refresh something in my mind, but it also, kind of this sort of frantic practicing kind of makes me more nervous before I get out on stage. So what I do backstage is I try to play music that I enjoy playing and that I enjoy how I sound on. So sometimes these are excerpts from the piece that I'm about to play in a few minutes on stage, but sometimes it's music that's completely unrelated, something completely different. Something that just sort of reawakens in me the joy of playing the violin and playing music, and sort of gets me excited to share this joy with the people who come to the concert, rather than trying to perfect little details right before I walk out on stage. So it might be a movement of solo Bach. Recently I performed the Beethoven Violin Concerto, and the opening of the Beethoven Violin Concerto is one of the most difficult and sort of treacherous passages in any violin concerto, as any violinist will tell you. And usually I just sort of practice that opening over and over and over again, and it kind of gets me more and more nervous. So one night I decided to just play my favorite part of the slow movement, which is... very calm spiritual section, and it just sort of like brought me back down to earth and away from sort of my frenzied backstage mind. And I think it was the best performance of the piece that I did that week. So try this. It might not work for you, but it's kind of put my mind at ease before I walk out on stage.